Shalom. All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises going down the two. Wait, hold on, let me turn my camera on. All right. Before I get started, I want to give all praises going down the two. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Yahweh Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the other apostles of the Green Millstone. I want to teach Paul. Right? And the men of the Lord pushing out this word of truth. Alright? Honors and salutations. Okay? To the families of the men of the Lord, submitting themselves to the head of the household, the man and the father. Alright, wish you shalom. Quick lesson. Alright? Just a spiritual rant. Okay? Right now, I'm currently, transitioning back to Baton Rouge as if, like I've been saying the last two videos. So, you won't be seeing me going to highways and hedges and sulfur anymore. I'm moving to Baton Rouge. So that's where I'll be doing my camp videos and stuff like that. As I was, I stopped. The point is, I wanted to speak on what happened at this gas station, okay? So, I stopped at this gas station. It was Phillips. Stopped at Phillips 66 gas station. And I got some gas. And long story short, these two old Jakes, Israelites, it was an old Jake and his there was an old Jake and his wife, okay? And the old Jake, he looked like he was blind. Hold on, somebody text me. All right. The old Jake, he kind of looked like he was blind or whatnot. Gray beard, gray hair. He asked for some coffee, and his wife asked for some popcorn. So at first they asked my rib. But then they asked me, so I agreed. I'm like, yeah, sure. It's cheap. It only costs like, total of $3-4 combining the popcorn with the coffee. So Jake, after I did that, they was telling me, just God bless you and stuff like that. But then the Jake, this is an old Israelite Jake, right? He said something that was I had looked it up. I looked it up, and it goes back to Jewish. All right, it goes back to some Jewish saying, and he basically said if I can remember I'm gonna do a part 2, but if I can remember, he said two mountains. He said two mountains can't meet, but two people can. Okay. All right, and when he said that, and after I looked it up, it made me think about what Yahweh Shai is going to do for us. All right, and remember what the scripture talks about. Yahweh Shai is going to take that stony heart out of us and put a heart of flesh. So I'm about to break it down what Jake meant. Okay, what he said was spiritual. All right. Let me see. Oh, shalom, Yahweh Shema Shai, Barakatah, Yedaya, shalom. Something spiritual just happened at the gas station at Phillips 66 gas station. I'm trying to break it down. But, I did some research on it, quick research, and I want to do a part 2 video on it. I think it was very spiritual. But this old-ass Jake, I ain't going to say old-ass Jake, but old Israelite Jake, long story short, he asked for coffee. His wife asked for some popcorn. I was like, sure, So I only spent like $2, $3, $4 on him total. But he told me a parable. He told me a parable. He said two mountains can't meet, but two people can. So I ended up looking it up, and it goes back to some Jewish. It has Jewish roots and things like that. and it basically means humility. It goes back to having humility, and and that's what he was basically saying, and it was a beautiful moment, and at the moment I didn't understand what he meant, but and that's one thing we definitely got to have. That's one thing the elder apostles, great millstone push. Humility. All right, being meek. All right, and being humble. And that, and completely understanding that. Like Scripture say, with all that get understanding. So, and it just made me think about that scripture. Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna take this stony heart out of us and put that heart of flesh. But that's neither here or there. It was just a spiritual moment. And like I said, when I get home, I'm gonna pull it up on my screen record, and we're gonna be able to go into that proverb. Because it's not a coincidence that Jake just quotes some shit that so happened to go back to some Jewish stuff. And if you look at the guy, you wouldn't think he's on that type of timing, So I'm not saying it was an angel, which angel means messenger. I'm not saying that, Just and the scriptures talk about that. Hebrews 13:2. Don't be forgetful to entertain strangers unawares. So I'm kind of choppy when I'm breaking it down, but it was one of those strange moments, but it was spiritual, strange in a good way. Like it was like, for him to say what he said and the way he said it and things like that, and I'm like, why would he say something like that? And then researched it, it's like, wow, but all I wanted to speak on, the whole, it goes back to humility, and I remember Elder Apostle Gabar went on an article, not an article, but it was like some type of story or history on a king who said he put his throne, his chair, he put it on the beach, and brothers probably know what I'm talking about, but the king, he put his throne on a beach, and he was like, well, if I'm so great how his servants tell him he is, he can tell the ocean, the water, not to basically get his throne wet, and his servants was hyping him up and things like that, but the king had humility. He was humble, and his throne ended up getting wet by the water and stuff like that. And it was, he proved the point of it's better to be humble and to have humility, than to be proud and things like that. And the scriptures do say knowledge puffeth up. So we got to always remain humble, always remain, have humility, because this is not of ourselves. All right. This is a gift. It's a gift to be in this faith. All right. And to have the knowledge that we do have. All right. And to have the brothers around us that we do have, and, things like that. And to have the elder apostles, great millstone. So that's what the old guy basically told me in a parable, all right, in the old saying. So, Lord willing, when I get home, I don't forget to do a lesson on that, because it was shocking after I looked it up. I'm like, wow, So, hey, man, that's motivation, So to just continue to be humble and show humility, you know what I'm saying? And because if you're not, Yahweh Shema Shah, he's going to chastise us anyway. You know, if you're off the elect, so he gonna, if you're not humble yet, he gonna make sure you get humble. But with that, want to end it and give all praises and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Harakakadash. All right, honors to the other apostles, great millstone, really teach well. Honors and salutations to the men of the Lord, pushing out this word of truth. All right, to the families of the men of the Lord, wish you shalom. All right.